Yes, I have always wanted to try my hand at modeling. It began with me being in middle school where I started acting, and it kind of crossed over to with me liking to dress, put on different garments and different things like that. I was always the second tallest out of my class, so I didn't have any complexity about my tallness. I just embraced it. And the first show that I started actually to do was with a group called John Perry Models, and I really enjoyed doing that with them. And from there I realized this is something that I have really wanted to do more on a professional level, modeling as well as acting. My first experience in the industry was with John Perry Modeling Troupe in New York. That was kind of like getting my foot wet, and from there I really realized that this was something that I had wanted to really do on a professional level. When I kind of got into college, I knew for sure that this was something that I really wanted to do, and as well as with acting. I met a young lady. She's fantastic. Her name is Tracey, Hott, and from there she kind of picked me up, and I became an Apollo model. Apollo at the Showtime at the Apollo in Harlem. So most people wouldn't know that, because unless you were inside the actual auditorium where it was held, you would see it from start to finish, and it was taped live. For editing time, for TV sake time, you would just see everything else excluding the models. So that was just fantastic. We would get a chance to model different local designers, and also designers that were already pretty much known. We would model their designs. Well, most recently for New York Fashion Week, I've been blessed to go back several times, and this time I modeled for SBF, which stands for Small Boutique Fashion Week. It's a big thing in New York City. Fashion Week is big within itself, and some of the designers that I was blessed to model for are Anka, Mia Couture, MCW, Miss Michelle. I also model for At Once, and the list goes on and on and on. Also Figure Eight. So these designers are fantastic by far, and like I said, I just enjoy bringing their creation to life. Well, what's this like to work for New York Fashion Week? You have to prepare yourself mentally, physically. You have to make sure that you're on time, because they like people who are prompt. It's exciting because you get to go through the glam squad where you get your hair and makeup done by professionals who know exactly what they're doing. They know the look, what the designer is trying to create, what they want that model to look like. The call times, you have to be there, like I said, prompt, and it's just exciting. The anticipation is a great thing, because the crowd is there waiting to see what's gonna come down the runway and so forth like that, and it's like you're living out a fantasy. Well, just last month, which was Fashion Week in New York, I headlined, and I'm so grateful because it was an honor to me. Ramia Henderson, which was my first encounter with this particular designer for the SBFW, she asked me to walk first for her, and I was so elated, and I was like, wow, it's a big thing. It's a big thing to be an opener for the show, and it's a big thing to be a closer for the show, because to me, not just to me, but to everyone that's watching the show that are like spectators, they know that you're gonna bring it as that model. So you have a finisher and you have a beginner, which I say a beginner and a closer. A closer is somebody that's gonna finish it off. So it was an honor for me for her to ask me to walk first for her. Well, whenever designers see that they have a model that, you know, is showcasing their clothes, because you want to showcase their garment and not yourself, because you want to show the style, the creativity, how it flows, how it moves. You know, you want to show the audience, you know, how that particular piece, you know, that particular fabric is like everything, and you know how it just glides along the runway means a lot to a designer. I'm not a designer, but you know, working with designers, you know, you get to feel what their garment is like, especially when you put it on. You know, it can be light, you know, it can be airy where it has a lot of movement. So that plays an important part. And then also too, as someone who wants to buy, as a buyer, you know, you want to see that the fabric is, you know, fabric friendly, you know, where it's going to be friendly for, you know, the customer who wants to buy, who wants to purchase. And especially for a woman, you know, she want to feel good, look good, and, you know, from head to toe. So when you have on something fabulous that a designers create, you know, you feel like you're on top of the world. Even if you don't think you can model, you would like put on something, you be like, oh, you start strutting. So, you know, when you feel good, you look good. Well, I have a lot of knowledge in the industry. I'm always willing to grow, always willing to learn as a model. I mean, you should always be willing to learn, always be willing to grow. I've been at this for quite some time, and like I said, I really enjoy it. It is my passion. It really is my passion. I had put it down for a while. I thought I was retired. But it's just something about like when you are asked to walk for somebody and they see what you don't see, and it's like, wow. So, you know, I was like, in 2017, I think it was, I was like, God, you know, if this is what you want me to do, I'm gonna do it, because I thought I hung up my modeling shoes, and, you know, it's just my passion. And, I mean, one day I would really even love to have my own fashion house, to train models, basically younger children, because they're more teachable, where I can teach and train girls preferably, but even boys, and show them how you can grace the runway, show them how you can be confident within yourself. And it's just something that, like I said, that I enjoy. And I think everyone has a passion, or should be passionate about something. And my passion is modeling. Well, my advice, if you want to become a model, just know that you have to work. It's a lot of work. You may get a lot of no's before you get a lot of yes. And the industry is changing. It's changing a lot in regards to, you know, the criteria of the tallness, like how tall you should be. So that's a good thing. That's a plus. And just because you may get a lot of no's, don't take that as negative feedback, but always take that as constructive criticism. And just continue to understand that one no may be somebody else's yes for you. So don't knock yourself just because someone don't see what other people may see or what you may see. So I would tell any model that's trying to break into the business to just keep striving. Definitely get your book together. Get a lot of pictures. Great photographers. You want to make sure that you get the best of the best photographers to shoot you, because that's very important. And make sure that you get all of your composites, all of your material from the actual photographers. Your slides, because when I started, we had slides. We had like little things that you can look up through the light. You want to make sure that you get all your all your possessions. And I would definitely tell any new model that's coming out in the business, you don't, and I repeat, you don't have to put out any money to start your modeling career. If someone see that you're profitable and they know that you're marketable, that's the ticket there. You shouldn't have to put out money where you feel that it's going to get you something, because then that's not the route to go. Some of the shows that I'm booked for, which I'm excited, I'm booked for a return to North Carolina through FTM Fashion Week with Miss Latoya and Latasha Baggs, Latoya Scott. They're two fabulous creators, gurus, I should say, in the business. And every time they ask me back, it is a delight. FTM Fashion Week is everything with them. And I want to go international, which is a great thing. Hopefully, eventually I'll be going to Milan. And I'm excited. I look forward to that. I look forward to working with international models as well as national models. And wherever God leads me, I am like ready to go. So yes. Well, the first thing you want to do is make sure you have comfortable shoes. Besides that, you want to make sure that you're also are comfortable in what you have on. And you want to bring out that confidence in that person, because it will show if you're not comfortable and confident on the runway. So you want to do your show foot. And this is your Model T position, where you have your left foot in front and the right foot is in the back. And this is called a model stand. You can either have your hands by your side or on your hips, on the waist actually, I'm sorry. And when you begin to walk, of course, you want to bring those hands down and, arch your back and just feel relaxed. And then I would tell them, then you just start to walk.